Wall panels will come with the full rail Z-clips attached to the back of them. Those need to be removed. Wall panels can be mounted at any height, but the suggested height for the top Z-clip is 70 1/8 inch from the high spot of the floor. Mark the studs on the architectural wall and use them when attaching the Z-clip when possible. Also, on the architectural wall, mark the center of where the tester wall panel will hang and mark the center of the Z-clip to match the 2 points up. Once these 2 points are lined up, mark evenly spaced locations on the Z-clip to bore approximately 1/4 inch holes to allow screws to pass through to attach to the wall fasteners. Once the 1/4 inch holes are bored, these holes need transposed onto the architectural wall so that the fasteners are located in the proper spot. While holding the Z-clip in the desired location, mark the bored holes onto the wall. After the architectural wall is marked, gradually bore holes in increasing diameter up to the required diameter for the fastener that is used. Install the fasteners into the bored holes and then attach the Z-clip to the architectural wall with those fasteners and into studs where applicable. Make sure the clip is level, and if it is not, loosen screws and adjust accordingly until it is so. The bottom Z-clip will be transposed 40 3/8 inches directly below where the upper one is located. The same process will be followed to attach this Z-clip. If multiple panels are being hung side by side, then repeat this process along the same heights as the first set of Z-clips were installed. From the center to center of the Z-clips should equal the total length of the two wall panels divided by 2. For example, hanging a 24-inch wall panel next to a 48-inch wall panel, the distance from the center of Z-clip to Z-clip would be 24 plus 48 divided by 2, or 36 inches from center to center. Once the Z-clip location is determined, the studs are found, then repeat the process for each Z-clip. Frequently confirm that each Z-clip is level and spaced properly for easier installation. For shelf attachment, line up the wall panels in order of how they will be hung on the architectural wall. Then position the shelf in the location that is desired for the customer and mirror the holes from the shelf to the wall panel that need to be bored for the shelf rods to attach. Using a 9/16 inch drill bit on the marked locations at a low RPM to minimize blowout or chipping on the finished side of the wall panel. Then attach the shelf brackets to the back of the wall panel with 4 screws per bracket. Based on this table and the type of shelf being installed, certain holes will need to be bored based on the template of the shelf bracket. For example, if a 54-inch lighted shelf is being installed, then the bottom 2 pictures of this table are applicable because the shelf is not a multiple of 12. All shelves need a bore location for a dowel, and it's a lighted shelf, so you use the second column as well. But if you are using just a plain 84-inch shelf, then only the upper left picture is applicable because it still needs a bore location for a dowel and it is a multiple of 12 inches. Sliding shelves, lighted or not, follow the same guidelines that the regular lighted or non-lighted shelves follow. After the dowel hole has been bored from the back, using a 3/16 inch bit on that hole on the front face of the wall panel allows for the dowel to be attached with a manual screwdriver. This is important as if you use a power driver, it will easily strip out the end of this silver dowel. When installing wall panels, if there is any electrical outlet behind the wall panel that will eventually be installed that needs to be used, a power strip or the electrical plug-in to whatever is being plugged in needs to be installed before the wall panel is hung. If you're installing a media wall, this power strip can be fed through the media cutout as the wall panel is being hung. If it is just a regular wall panel, then the cords will fall down behind the wall panel and hang out the bottom. When hanging wall panels, if one wall panel is proud of the panel next to it, then that panel needs to be taken down and flat brackets need to be added to the back of the affected edge in the necessary areas. For example, if the right wall panel is flush in the middle with the left wall panel, but towards the top and bottom it sticks out, brackets should be added in those affected areas. Then put the wall panel with the brackets on the wall first, and then the other panel over the top of that one to make a nice flush look. The black dowel receptacle needs to be tapped in and installed into the shelf before the shelf is attached. Lights on shelves always point down when installed, and on sliding shelves, the upper shelf has the sliding track on the top and lower shelf has the track on the bottom. Get the shelf started and then make sure the small silver dowels line up with the black receptacle. If not, gently tap them so they do line up. Once everything is lined up, push in a uniform fashion along the entire edge of the shelf to allow the dowel to engage into the shelf for a secure fit. If necessary, use a rubber mallet and a piece of wood to tap along the entire shelf length to get a nice snug fit.